A statement signing is going to be made in Manchester United this summer. Reports coming out from Reuters. Man United are in advanced talks to sign Bruno Guimaraes. 2 Brunos, we'll take that. And it's got legs. The only issue? Real Madrid. Now, Bruno Guimaraes is reportedly in talks to sign with Manchester United. And it's not just little talks, it's advanced talks. For £69 million. So, about that. So, 80 million euros. Real Madrid are also interested in him. Would I take Bruno Guimaraes at Manchester United? I would. Because he is a statement signing. He is 29. He is not the sort of signing that Man United would normally make if we're going down the Ineos route of young, up-and-coming players like Lenny Yoros, players like that. But you've got to look at what he has done for Newcastle. And if Newcastle don't get Champions League football, then it's a no-brainer. He's going to want to move. Now, would I take him over Tonali? Probably not. I'd rather have Tonali because he's a younger Premier League proven player. I'm not saying that Bruno Guimaraes isn't Premier League proven because he's obviously played with Newcastle when he knows the Premier League. He's got 9 goals, 5 assists this season. But again, he's currently injured. Does that put me off him? No. He knows how to play in the Premier League. And would it look better with him and Mainu in the midfield? Or would it look better with him and Tonali? Because we're not going to get both. But I would rather have Tonali than Bruno Guimaraes. But I think this one has got legs. You can't say he's not good enough. Because look at what Casemiro's done. 29 isn't out of his prime. I think he's coming into the prime years. I think if we get him on a 3 or 4 year contract, he will still do a job. I think he will be able to control that midfield. Mainu will learn a lot from him. Now, Reuters is a reliable source. He's the one that broke it, that Lyon were selling him to Newcastle. So, it's not like it's a rumour. It's not like it's come out of nowhere. So, is this one going to happen? Maybe. Is it going to come to fruition? Again, it's something that is out of the ordinary for Manchester United to do if they're going down what Ineos have done before. Because if you look at the signings of Cunha and Buemo and Sesko, Lenny Yoro, Dorgu, they're all young with something to prove. And they can progress a lot more at Manchester United. But then you've got to think of Man United in that midfield. It will need a massive, massive overhaul. Because Casemiro's going. So, is he a perfect replacement for Casemiro? Yes. Apparently Casemiro's spoken to him and said, come to Manchester United. And now we are in advanced talks with him. Like I've said before, the only stumbling block is Real Madrid. And normally 9 times out of 10 when Real Madrid come knocking, Real Madrid is the answer. Are you going to choose 13 times European champions over Manchester United, who are just getting back into the Champions League this season? But again, if he signs for Real Madrid, the Real Madrid then look at selling Tchouaméni or Camavinga? Are they going to look at offloading one of those players off the books, and then Man United could probably do a deal with Real Madrid and go in, well, you give us Tchouaméni, which is another player that, again, would overhaul Man United's midfield. There's going to be a lot happening this summer in terms of where Newcastle finish, who Man United are going to sell, who Man United are going to buy, because Man United's midfield is the main focus of where they need to buy. There are rumours coming out of Man United looking at Lewis Hall from Newcastle. Do we go in and get Tonali and Lewis Hall, or Guimaraes and Lewis Hall? Because I think we do need a new fullback, because Luke Shaw, although he has played nearly every game this season, he is prone to that injury. So we can't rely on Luke Shaw all the time. And I think Luke Shaw will eventually come to his end of his time at Manchester United. But Newcastle fans will be fuming at this news, because they've lost Isak. And Isak went on strike because he didn't get his move. If they lose Tonali and Guimaraes, I don't know which one would hurt them more. If they lost both, then Newcastle are in real trouble. If they lost Guimaraes, I think that would hurt them a bit more than losing Tonali, because Tonali, I think, is a bit younger, so he would stay, but Guimaraes has got the experience in that midfield of Newcastle. And now Man United could have the possibility of two Brunos in their team. And Bruno Guimaraes and Bruno Fernandes. And if they go and get the left winger, the left back as well, a backup striker to Benjamin Sesko, Man United could look dangerous next year. Could look dangerous. And if they get the right man in charge, whether that be Michael Carrick, Luis Enrique, is it safe to say Man United are back? If you are liking this content, please click subscribe, click like, give it a share. Really, really does help me out. It's much, much appreciated. I'm trying to get this channel up and running again. But like I said, Newcastle, it's one of those players that you've signed, made your own, and then one of the big clubs have come in and gone, thank you very much. Now there's going to be a lot of talk of PSR and how Man United doing this when they're £1 billion in debt. I'm not sure how PSR works, but it's Man United earn a lot in revenue, and Man United will go out and spend big, and they've got Casemiro's wages off. They'll sell Rashford. They'll sell players like Manuel Ugarte. Those wages alone will cover the Guimaraes transfer, or most of the Tonali transfer, because Casemiro's on £350,000 a week. Rashford's on £300,000 a week. So that's, and that wage will then go into the budget for the transfers. Again, and then you look at Newcastle, who are one of the richest clubs in the world, and they can't spend, which isn't fair, really. But Newcastle will go out and get a player who can fill that role. Will he be as good? You can't say. But Bruno Guimaraes to Manchester United, as reported by Reuters, is advancing very, very quickly. And when Man United come knocking, or Real Madrid come knocking, do you say no? Not many people do. And if they get him, I think it's safe to say Man United are well and truly back.